All right, everybody. It's been a minute. WFP puts out workout number 1. Time for the smear campaign. Let's talk about it.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me.
Trent Olive says it's lunchtime. What's going on, everybody? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, brother, man. I am doing fantastic. Ready for the schmear campaign.
The schmear, a bagel with some schmear.
It's that bagel with the schmear campaign.
Yeah. Let's hit that right off the top. I'll pull it up on Instagram so we can see what we're talking about. WFP released event 1 yesterday. It's making the rounds of discussion, to say the least. We're going to talk about it now.
Bring it up. Let's see it.
There it is. Whoop. Dang it. Hit the wrong button. There we go. So I am slow today. Here we go. We got Amanda in the chat. We got Dents in the chat updating us all already. And we got Craig, we got Mike, Ken, Trent Olive. So the workout, here it is. Are we ready? Pro 1A and 1B, 500-meter swim, time cap 10 minutes in the first part. Second part, 32 40-calorie ski, 125-meter swim, 32 40-calorie bike, 125-meter swim, 32 40-calorie ski. Time cap 16 minutes. In between, you get a 2-minute rest from 10 to 12. I'm assuming it is a running clock, so you really only have a 4-minute cap for this second part. So Carolyn actually sent this to me and said, wow, this makes no sense to have 2 swimming events. And I said, well, if it's half points, like if it's 50-50, and it equals 100-point event at the end, then it's the same as if it was just a single swim, right?
Right, but apparently
it's
not.
Down here at the bottom, I don't know if you can see this. Workout 1A is worth 100 points. Workout B is worth 100 points. So this, and if you look at just these. Yona Koski and Lucy Campbell. Oh, let's go. Of course. Pat Vellner, not psyched.
Not psyched. Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Yeah. So you can see like Lucy and Yona are going to kill this.
Oh, yeah. Yona Koski's going to smash.
Pat Vellner is going to have his water wings on and hope to finish. So I really think this is... Craig is saying cool event. Maybe a cool event, but a swim event in a 9-event weekend that counts for 2 100 points makes no freaking sense. No freaking sense. And here's what I want to... I'm going to get nitpicky and I'm going to get a little swimmy here because of my background in swimming.
Oh, here we go.
In swimming... There is no 500-meter swim.
Yeah, no, that's a CrossFit.
It doesn't exist. There's a 400-meter swim.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 500-yard swim.
Yeah, that's what we had at NFC a couple years ago.
But there is no 500-meter swim. So then you take the 500-meter swim. In my prime, when I trained 5 hours a day, 6 days a week, and this was my specialty, 500-meter swim would probably take me 5.5, and I'm guessing because it isn't a real event. So 5.5 to 5:45 ish.
Right.
At the peak point of my season. Right. And that is a guy who is swimming only 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. Right. The time cap on this is 10 minutes.
I saw that just now, and I'm thinking in my head,
Who other than Yona and Lucy, and maybe and I don't even think she's there, Grace Walton, who's making this cap?
Yeah,
it isn't a pool, everybody, just so you know. It isn't a pool. You're not going to swim outside in Copenhagen in December.
Although if you did, it would make this event a whole lot more interesting.
So the time cap on this is absolutely asinine.
Yeah.
Essentially, this is a 10-minute swim for at least half the field.
For distance, to see how far you can get.
More, right. Then they get 2 minutes rest, and hey, now you're fatigued, and now you got to do another 250.
Let's get back in the water.
And the time cap on that is probably only 4 minutes. And you got to ski in between and bike in between these things. 250-meter swim. Like, that's in my prime. I'm saying prime, like that's like 220 each. No, for the whole thing. 220 for the 225-meter swims.
Yeah, 220 for 125. Yeah, 100%.
So over half the time is in the swim, and you've got to do the ski and the bike in between. This makes no sense. Unless this is 5K measuring at the games in 2023.
And it's a 500-foot swim instead of 500 meters. I mean,
if it was 500 yards, if it was a yard pool, I'd say you got some shots at some people finishing this. But at a meter pool, no way.
Not happening.
And generally, if you're swimming a meter pool, it's 50 meters each way. So you're not even getting a rest for 50. And that's 10 laps of a 50-meter pool. If it's a 25-meter pool, which do exist, they're just not as popular. But if it's a 25-meter pool, you're talking 20 laps in 10 minutes.
Which is a lot, FYI.
Yeah.
The pool where I swim is 25.
But generally, if it's 25, it's yards.
Well, I'm saying so, but back and forth. It's a lot of transitions, and if you don't know how to flip turn, you're gonna lose time every single time. Like,
how many of these people are gonna have enough breath control?
Oh yeah, no,
to be able to flip turn. Like that's not even. You're gonna have 5 people that can do a flip turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, there's so much more that goes into it than just saying, well, let's do 500 meters. Let's call it good.
Sean, I'm agreeing that it's meters.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing that it's meters. And that's what's making these time caps impossible. Oh, it must be a 25-meter pool because they have bike and ski on separate sides, so they have to do 125. It's definitely a 25-meter pool.
Yeah, so like the pool like we had at Legends, because they literally just did almost this exact same workout at Desert City Classic last weekend. I was just looking at it yesterday. They biked 15 calories, like 15, 12 or something like that. Did 75, so down, back, and then down. Skier on the other side, down, back, and down, and it had 3 times. That was the whole swim event.
Yeah, but they didn't have to do a 500 before that.
No, they did not. That's what I'm getting at. One piece of that is not a bad test. I don't understand the 500 beforehand. Like, what is that? What is that there for?
It is going to completely fatigue 3/4 of the field. They're going to get no rest. And then they have to do this other thing. It makes no sense to me anyway.
No. And then having it, like you said, having them both be 100 points. So like you're putting out on both of these. You can't, like, I don't say sandbag one of them, but you know what I'm saying? You can't. I'm not gonna be real good at just the distance swim. I'll be better on the machine with the 125 in between. You can't do that. Like, both of these are worth 100 points. After there's just 7 more events, so you have to do what you can to maximize your points.
Ken Walters, Pat Vellner is going to have his water wings on and hope to finish Clydesdale.
That's why Jenny's here. That's why Jenny's here.
Lito back with us. Nice seeing you, Lito.
What's up, Lito?
Is Vellner canceling his trip? I mean, if you're a Vellner or you're someone who is not a great swimmer, to start off the weekend with a 200-point event that is basically all swimming.
Yeah, because for these guys, the ski and the bike is irrelevant.
And I think there's confusion about the double points. The double points aren't per event. It's if you finish first, typically that gets you, I don't even know what the point structure is anymore, 500 points, say, for winning tour stop 1.
Right.
Winning this tour stop, you get 1,000 points to the overall standings. It's not event by event that you get double points. It's at the end of the weekend where you finish earns you double points toward your season total.
I'll just go with that. I have absolutely no idea. I believe you.
He could just skip the event and save the energy.
I mean, let's be honest here. The man is known for digging himself a hole on the first event of a particular weekend. So,
right there.
Yeah, not psyched.
Not psyched. So yeah, not off to a great start over there.
Is that the only? I'm assuming that's the only one released so far.
The only one I saw. I'll go. Yep, that's the only one released on their IG at this point.
Yeah, Shay's got a point. What's the minimum work requirement? Jump in the pool?
That does not say. It does not have it on this at all. So not only is it a 200-point event, you have to travel to Sweden for this event and then travel back to Copenhagen for the rest of the weekend. So
you ever caught yourself in a rainstorm or in possibly in snow? I'd imagine that probably happens on a frozen road as well. And you were going to kind of start to skid out a little bit, and then you overcorrected back in the other direction. This feels like what that is. Oh, we can do swimming better. Watch this. We're going to have 2 events back to back with a 2-minute break in between. I just don't see where it makes any damn sense.
I love swimming. Like, that was my jam, right? Too much. This is way too much. Way too much. There's a comment up here like Lucy Campbell's got to be out of her mind.
Yeah.
And
James,
she's got to be.
James Sprague.
I'm guessing they'll have a long run as well. Poor Patrick Vellner.
That's probably the second event. They'll do that, and then they have to run back to Copenhagen. Like, that wouldn't surprise me. Like, all right, Pat, you got out of the water. We're gonna take 100 more points away from you. You got to run back to Copenhagen. We'll see you when you get there.
I think the problem is you have to take a ferry. So he just has to run laps on the ferry while it's going.
Time it's going. It don't
While
matter
it's
if it
going
gets
across.
hung up, broken, whatever. Once you make, and if you miss the ferry, God help you, because nobody else will. You get to ride an iceberg across the whatever body of water that is. Your big paddle, just like your stand-up paddleboard. Oh,
In their defense, oh gosh, Lito, please.
let's go, Lito.
There's been back-to-back running events and erg events that are worth doubling points, such as row run at NorCal, where the row was scored separately. But this is a specialist event. This is not just monostructural. This is specialist.
Yeah. They're all, the machines don't matter. They don't. They don't matter at all.
Not
Any
even
one of those people, they're all going to be about the same cadence, about the same, run the ergs at about the same watts, whatever you want to call it. And then they're going to get in the water, and that's where it's going to make a difference.
it's an AMRAP, and that it's true. Unless you're James or Yona or Lucy, this is an AMRAP.
That is a fact. I don't know, Lito, if they're, I'm sure they probably are transferring them. I was just making that up.
Yeah. Didn't you hear Wilmore? We just make this stuff up as a smear campaign.
Smear.
Yeah.
It's a smear campaign.
But I'm just like, it was funny because like Carolyn's coming to me like, there's no way there should be two swimming events that both are 100 points. And I'm looking at it as these time caps are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like in my prime, I would have to push at an all out pace to finish at like 6 minutes.
And you were a swimmer. That's all you did.
Right. And that's training 5 hours a day, 6 days a week, all out pace to hit 6 minutes. And then, so it did, not training like that and training other things, you're talking 7-8 minutes with maybe 2 minutes rest. And that's only the best swimmers out there.
Correct.
That's not the other people that just swim to survive and to just middle in these things. Agreed that it's a specialist because we don't do it very often, but since when is bike or rowing a more functional skill than swimming, speaking in general here?
I'm not saying that it's more functional by any stretch of the imagination, but the machines are the machines. Everybody trains them all the time. Damn, it's just this.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't see it.
I would put the over under in people finishing this at 10.
Oh yeah, and I take the under.
Yeah,
would, dude.
Finishing the first part for sure.
Absolutely.
So that's that. I also wanted to show you this, a civic pride here. Did you see that Rogue? Have you seen this video of their new expansion?
I have not. I need to turn on my
try to
my notifications for Rogue. Right. That's a big building, son.
Yeah, so this is what exists right now in downtown Columbus. So you can see the skyline back here, right?
Yeah.
If you look behind, right in here, and I know if you're on your phone or something, it's dirt now back here. They have demolished everything behind the building because that's where the expansion is going to take place. When they are done, they're going to have over 1 million square foot of space inside their building. Is that not freaking cool?
Good for y'all, man. Good for them. And Bill and Katie seem like great people. And
this block used to be a steel mill that made bearings called Timken. and the whole community around it worked at that facility. And so when that factory shut down, the whole area like became dilapidated and broken down. When Rogue moved their facility here, they bought the whole block. They've built this facility, and it has grown since they've put this facility there. It is phenomenal. And this little part, like up here, this little corner, this is their showroom on the front here, and this is their store right there.
That's where I would like to go play.
And the rest of this is all factory.
That is where I would like to go play.
Oh, we used Timken bearings, yeah. They used to be made where Rogue sits now.
Rob's he's a helicopter mechanic, so yeah, he probably does use Timken bearings.
So yeah, and where this parking lot is right out here, that's where the Rogue Invitational was in 2019. The outdoor part. The indoor part was in the factory. They built stands inside the factory.
Like that is
put down a floor.
It's already a big ass building.
Yeah, and look at these little outbuildings right here. These are theirs. Right here. They even own this restaurant right here.
Did not know Bill and Kitty was in the restaurant business.
Well, Bill, before COVID, was going to open like a barbecue because he loves to smoke meat, and he was going to open a barbecue. So here's the drone at the side, so you can see here where all the demolition has happened.
Yes, Lord.
So the front of the bit up here in front is 5th Avenue. This here is 2nd Avenue. So now they own like 3 blocks.
Bro.
What are they putting in the new space? Did I miss it? So when Rogue initially was in Columbus, they were in 5 buildings. When they built this facility, they consolidated those 5 buildings into this one. Because of the growth since 2020, they are now in 4 buildings in Columbus again, including this one. So they are building this expansion to consolidate back down to 1 building. Isn't that insane?
That's a lot of bumper plates.
Yeah, so I showed you like the skylines over here. Over here, this is Ohio State University. Is right there.
The Ohio State University.
Yeah. Yeah, all this. There it is. See?
Yep.
So they're kind of like, and Katie calls games for them, so it's a short drive over. And the Hemingers actually live up in here.
She ain't got 4 to go.
It's going to be like a whole complex type thing, like a self-sustaining neighborhood of sorts. Dude, what they do is like unreal. They order food in a couple times a week for every staff member. They have 1,000 people. They really take care of the people. Damn rich people creating jobs and cleaning up a rundown area. I know.
How dare they? How dare they?
All these Ohio State fans.
No, Rob's not an Ohio State fan. He's just a football fan.
Like Hershey, PA. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. Only it doesn't smell like chocolate.
Well,
but yeah, I thought they put this out this morning. I thought it was cool to kind of show. Like, look at all these loading docks, dude, across the back.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I mean, obviously never seen it in person, but just knowing how big cars are, knowing how big 18-wheeler trailers are, looking at this picture and going, holy smokes, that is a ginormous building.
Isn't that awesome?
Good for them. Good for Columbus.
It just smells like rubber plate, steel, and sex appeal.
Yeah. Got to love it. Got to love it. Got to love it. I said, dude, that they
Now
sell.
it's got
They
that hint of Cerakote. Goes on all their barbells now.
Oh, that speaking of that, did you see Pedro's interview with what's his face from RX Smart Gear?
I did not.
He's giving away you gotta go comment on the actual video. A Cerakoted, like the handles are Cerakoted on their new the RX Evo, whatever, the same one I got, but it's Cerakoted. And I was like, I need that rope.
They did that one year where every month they came out with a flavor of the month. And they did that when they were sponsoring us. They gave away like one of the color that came out each month. And it was based on like whatever holidays were in that month. Like February was pink for Valentine's Day. March was green for St. Patty's Day.
Right.
Things like that. So yeah, they're good people over there.
Yeah, seemed like it. They had the people working for them, dude. Like they, I had never used one until Legends last year. They had a booth set up, and I went and tried it out, and I was sold soon as. Really knowledgeable. The lady was looking at me, watched me jump rope, made some suggestions, watched me jump rope again, and was like, "Here, try this one," and like so got me properly sized, and I was like, "Okay." Ain't look back. I love it.
What's funny is I can't use an Evo rope because I spin it too fast already. For me to get double unders, I had to use what they call the buff rope.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit heavier, a little thicker, so it'd spin a little bit slower because I whip too fast. So that got me to slow down to get my double unders.
It's a wild problem to have,
isn't it? Oh, what's cool is like if you go and you talk to them, they can pinpoint that stuff like, bam. And when they're at events, and if you need help with double unders or anything like that, they are there to help for free. You just walk up, they'll hand your rope, say jump rope, and they'll correct your stuff right there.
It's amazing. It really, really is.
Dave and Susan are the couple that own RX Smart Gear. Dave and Susan Newman, they're the best people ever.
That was good stuff. Humble
brag. It's not a brag.
Too fast.
It's not the right technique. But they couldn't get me to slow it down other than to put a heavier rope in my hand. So
it's only crazy if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, bottom line, it's only crazy if it doesn't work.
I was just thinking that poor Scott has to slow down dubs.
Easy there, killer.
My dubs are not slowing down. My jumps are not slowing down. I just whip too fast.
Trying to get that rope underneath there. You want to go slower? I tell you what, get you a weighted rope.
Most of us have the opposite problem, right? See, I'm just weird. I'm just weird. 10110001. I always do double unders with a heavier rope. I like those better than the speed rope. I can do them with the speed rope as well. Well, that's a humble brag.
That's personal preference. I know people that don't like speed ropes. That like would rather have the heavy one because they like the feel. Right.
Well, like the base model of the RX rope, you can get all different kinds of ropes on it. Right. And they have like the one I have it's like really thick. It's literally called the buff rope. And then they have it all the way down to just the wire.
That's what I got.
I don't need to look like I was in a slave movie.
Just beat yourself all the shit.
Yeah. Or the last.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Or the passion.
I got a heavy rope. I got a heavy rope with heavy handles as well. And if you want to look like you just got out of the passion or roots or whatever else, just go ahead and start learning on that. That shit hurts a lot.
Yes, anyone that swam 5 to 6 hours a day is a little off. Competitor or not, did you not go to school or have someone do your homework? Ken, man, you hockey people are just as bad. I got up at 4:30 a.m., went to school at 5, swam for 2 hours, went to school all day, went immediately to practice after, swam another 2.5, and then did off deck work. Just lean muscle mass building.
Which I must say that's like you just regular training type shit.
And then a couple days a week I would lifeguard immediately after that to make some money. And my mom or my coach would bring me food to eat, and I would do my homework on the deck of the pool some nights. And if I'm being truly honest, I was not the best student in the world, so probably didn't even do that. I did enough to stay eligible. So you finished 50 dubs with 25 jumps. No, I wish. I do like our ropes, but Cool Whip speed ropes is the fastest rope in the game, the best rope no one has ever heard of. I've actually heard of it. Jesse Kuhlman did social media for us at the games in 2022. And she is her, I think it's her brother that owns that company. Man, that's an exhausting schedule. Yeah.
I would imagine so.
Hockey is like Chad, shoot 1,000 pucks, call it a day. You never like build up stamina and skated?
I would imagine most hockey players like been skating since they were 3 years old. I mean, I understand the sport is different. I don't know. I shouldn't be talking. I don't know shit about ice skating or hockey for that matter.
Yeah. Louisiana kids don't know nothing about ice skating.
Nope. And I heard they were putting so there's an ice hockey rink in Baton Rouge.
You guys slide on sweat and spit.
100%. But there's actually an ice hockey rink in Baton Rouge. And the first time I heard about it, I said, "There's a what? Where?" He's like, "Yeah, they built an ice hockey rink." And I was like, "For who?" I did not grow up running around outside and going skate on frozen ponds. Why? Because there were no frozen ponds to skate on, or skates for that matter. Roller skate, sure, absolutely. But even then, like street hockey wasn't a thing. That wasn't a deal at all.
Yeah. I'm going to share one more thing before we move on, and then we can talk about whatever. But Susan Prevoznak sent me a reminder yesterday that Mike Egan broke a world record yesterday, and it deserves to be shouted out. He tried to break the record for longest wheelchair run in 24 hours, and he went 152.36 miles for the new world record. Talk about jaw dropping,
bro. 152 miles.
Don't forget the 0.36.
Excuse me, and the 0.36. Super important.
Yeah.
What was the old record? Do we know?
It was like he blew it away. I think it was like 118 or something like that.
Oh, so he didn't just go like 119.
Right. And I think it was his record. And his goal was here we go. 113.4. I knew he like blew it out of the water. And I think it was his record. And his goal was to get 150.
Hey, you know what? You set a goal, you look at it, and you go, "That's what I'm doing. That is what I'm doing." That is insane.
So insane.
Oh, Lana. Hey, Lana.
Do they test for PEDs in that? I think he's competed in the CrossFit Games. I think he's done other things around the space. This is just a goal that he had, and he trained for this. And if you look at him, he doesn't look like he's juiced up. And I would think that you would not want to be heavier.
No.
You would not want to push more weight than you need to.
To be fair, Lance Armstrong did not look like he was juiced up.
That was different stuff, though. Man.
I have absolutely no idea. I just know he got popped or whatever.
He never popped. That's the key.
Really?
He just finally admitted.
Oh, he just finally admitted. He finally just said, you know what? Yeah.
And Mike DeVito was just teasing. Meredith, my hands would be torn to shreds by the end of that. Yeah, I think you'd have to train that too. You'd have to build up the calluses.
He's got gloves on, Meredith. I don't know what you worried about it for.
People had grips on during Atalantia. Did you see Haley Adams and the blood dripping?
That image is one of several that is burned into my brain for the rest of my life. Yes, I definitely saw that. Along with speaking of Haley Adams, along with her back after the ruck run at the games. The following year or the year before, one of the two.
Yeah. Claire, I've had the opportunity to train with Lance. He's still a freak.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think that's the thing that's like I was thinking about this. I've thought about this for a week when the last games person, the Masters woman that tested positive, and we make a big deal about it, right? There are people that are testing positive in the NFL like all the time now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
they get a 6-game suspension or 9-game suspension, and it's not even talked about on SportsCenter.
No, like it might be on the crawl.
It's just something that is, right? And we just move on. And if you've never seen the Lance Armstrong documentary, the crazy thing is he tried to do it natural for so long. And he kept just missing the championship of the Tour de France. And everybody else was doing it. And he's trying to beat these steroid freaks and these people using they spun the blood, whatever that's called, human growth hormone, and spinning the blood. And he kept not beating them. And he just finally said, if I'm going to win, I'm going to have to do it. Yeah, he admitted it, and he admits it in the documentary too. He has definitely admitted he just never tested positive. EPO. Blood doping. Yeah. You spin the red blood cells out, and then you put them back into your body, and so you can get more oxygen to your way. And so I was very conflicted, like watching the documentary, because the whole sport is dirty in cycling, the entire sport. Now, does that condone him doing it? No,
of course not.
But as a human, I could see the only way I have a shot is to do it, to join him. Or I'm just
knowing you have greatness inside of you, knowing that you can do it, you're trying to do it the right way, and you're watching literally everybody else do it the opposite way. It's got to be demeaning and like one of the hardest things on the face of the planet to accomplish, knowing that if I just do what they're doing, I'm going to beat the shit out of all of them.
And I'm not saying I would make that jump and do it. I'm just saying I can understand the brain that would.
Correct. Yeah, no. 100%. I can understand looking at it and going, yeah, if you can't beat him, join, like, and slowly realizing that it's not just that dude. It's not just this dude. It's not just this dude. It's all of these dudes. Like, it's got to weigh on you. I mean, it has to.
Well, and in the documentary, they do a great job showing, like, because he finished like second, finished third in the Tour de France. It wasn't like he was finishing 8th and 12th.
Right.
Just he kept getting out sprinted at the end on every single year. He would be winning for stage after stage. And then at the very end, they would out sprint him and beat him. Howie, I would juice too. It's taking money out of your pocket. Yeah, but the damage it did to him after, like, now he went from one of the most revered athletes in the history of sport to an outcast. And that's what kind of blows him. There's different standards for different sports. Like people are popping left and right in the NFL, and they just go away for 6 weeks and come back, and nobody says anything, right?
And nobody cares. Like I got a not a notification, but I don't remember where I saw it this morning. I think before I went coach, like, former LSU player now playing in the NFL, pop for whatever use. I don't remember what it said, and it was a footnote. It was just like, oh yeah, this dude who used to play for the Tigers just got popped, and that was it. It didn't even mention his name. It was just former LSU player, and I was like, oh, all right.
David Reed, 20 of 21 podium finishers in the Tour de France from 99 to 2005 have been directly tied to doping through admissions. That's the time where Lance was.
Yeah.
Right. And that they point that out in the documentary.
That's insane. That's all of them.
So it wasn't like this guy and that guy. It was everybody.
And let me tell you something. Or let me put this out there. This is my own personal opinion. If it's 20 out of 21, it's 21 out of 21 because it's through admissions, right? So one guy's just sitting there going, "Oh no." Yeah.
He's the guy still tied up to the chair with the one light bulb hanging over his head, getting beat with a phone book, and still hasn't given it up.
He's not giving it up. No. Like they're fixing to start going with the pliers on his freaking on his thumbnail, and he's like, "Wasn't me. Yeah. Yes, it was."
But isn't that wild how like in CrossFit, like the minute someone pops, it's the biggest travesty in the world. They should be gone forever. Ricky should never be allowed to come back. Blah, 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 blah. And in football, it's like, yeah, okay.
Fine them.
Will my team be able to make it through the 6 games without them? And then when he gets back, we'll be better. So.
And look, and don't do it again.
Right.
Not a problem.
Or don't get caught again.
That's what that means. That's what that means. That's what I'm with right there.
But that's what we're saying, Winter. It's there are sports where it doesn't even damage your reputation.
I think she's talking about just like in our space, like, and I am terrified of him because I have absolutely no idea what it's going to do to me long term. I'm 48 years old, dude. I got a long time to go, and I do not need to be like you see, like all these giant bodybuilders that were on all of this shit back in the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and whatnot. That can barely walk now, right? I'm not messing with none of that shit, dude. Like I don't want that in my life. I don't. If I win, cool. Or if I make it on my own merit, cool. If not, I'm not. I can't bring myself to do it. There's no possible fucking way.
Well, and those athletes in bodybuilding are they're the extreme level. They're the ones doing the horse steroids, and they're putting so much mass on their body that it just can't take the weight. Right. That's why they're walking around the way they are. It's not like the steroid comes in and deteriorates your joints. Your body wasn't made to carry 28-inch biceps, right?
Lightweight, baby. Oh, yeah. That's another good Miss Olive.
I don't think another person will pop and make a comeback like Ricky did. Maybe it was his accent or Riz, but I doubt that will ever happen again. I don't know. We'll see. I think people are harder today.
Oh, man. What was his name? It's one I said he was the Propecia he was using.
Phil Toon.
Phil Toon's a good example, dude. Phil Toon is not Ricky Mack. Right?
No.
Phil Toon popped.
Phil Toon got popped and said, all right, now I'm going to lean in.
And yeah, he just went completely in the opposite direction. He was like, here we go. Well, you want to know about stacks?
I don't even have to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
Buy my ebook now.
Bro, he leaned all the way into it. And I like what Olive's saying right there. Like people were freaking out when Cory Richardson tested positive for marijuana, and she's a track star, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Well, when was the last time you've looked at marijuana and said, "Well, that's a performance enhancing drug"?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? She is not hitting the bone so she could run a 9-second 100-meter or whatever how fast she, I don't even know what race she runs, but she's like it's not performance enhancing.
A relaxed muscle is a fast muscle. Yeah, but the bag of Doritos is air drag when you're running down the running.
It's hard to run with 5 donuts in your hand. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Right. Yeah.
Spiking on down the thing. I don't understand that one. I don't get it. I really don't get it. The banning of marijuana blows my mind completely. Not that I'm advocating that everybody should be on it by any stretch of the imagination, but it is not a performance enhancing drug by any stretch of the imagination.
Asthma medication in skiing is a big thing as well. Well, good. I have tons of asthma medicine because I have asthma. So maybe I should take up skiing.
Scott's called me the next.
Look out, Peekaboo Street. Here I come.
That's good shit.
I think that's why the NFL stopped testing for marijuana. Actually, where the NFL got caught in is that marijuana has been shown to have benefits for CTE.
Yeah.
And CTE is a bigger issue for the NFL than weed smoking. And if weed smoking is helping CTE, then by all means, toke it up, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. With Philip Mike's comment right there.
If weed would have been a PED, I would have earned a full scholarship to college.
I'd have got a full ride, 100%. Same, Mike. Same. I'd have been full ride, full. Like they'd have been paying me to go at that point, 100%.
You see Olivia's 500-pound squat? No,
I have not. Which Olivia? I saw a chick do a 500-pound squat. Olivia Reeves. Yeah. I did see that, Doug.
Who is Olivia Reeves?
Power lifter, if I'm not mistaken. The video is insane because she's got like 9 billion plates on it.
She's an Olympic lifter. And I don't see the squat.
I just saw it yesterday or day before, something like that. But it was bananas to watch because it looked like me squatting 200. Like she just
saw 451 for 2.
She just went and then popped one back up, smile on her face, and racked it. She's 22. No, not that. But I mean,
well, there's 484.
That's not it. It's her from the front. That looks like work. The one at her 500. Her 500 looked like, I'm telling you, it didn't look like that.
Yeah, I don't see it, dude. Maybe it's in her story. Nope.
No story. She had her story on. Somebody shared it. But yeah, it's her from the front, trying to freestanding squat rack. And like Lito says, no knee sleeves, full depth, and it's just bounce back up. Boop. Racked it. It looked like if I'd had 200 pounds on the bar and just
Scott didn't entertain my bait on the Fikowski comment. I didn't see the Fikowski comment.
He said that there's a
lot of comments coming in here, guys.
Yeah. He said basically said that Fikowski looks like Gumby since he stopped competing. So clearly that means he was on something. He was on something while he was competing.
They also stopped training, dude.
A lot. Doug said he sent to in DM.
That was ESPNW that had it.
The W. Not to be confused with the Ocho.
Whoop. Yeah, that looked hard. Can I just say, I hate those squat racks. We had those in my high school when I played football. And trying to hit those.
Yeah. Scott, just the fact that she's got 500 pounds on that squat rack. Like, look, just blink.
Yep. Wow. That's terrible.
Dude.
Yeah. Mine wasn't that easy. I hit a 500 in high school one time. And I was trying to get there a couple years ago. And the most I got to was 467.
Yeah, I mean, I think my last one was like 415 or something like that, and it did not look like that. There was a whole lot more of me trying to fight out the bottom, fight through the sticky part, trying to get it back up. And that was
the barbell was working harder than her.
Yeah.
She doesn't get any whip at the bottom and coming up though.
No,
it doesn't really start whipping until it gets on the back onto the rack. I'm more likely to weigh 500 than to lift 500.
I deadlifted 500 once. You understand? And it looked way harder than it did for her to back squat just now.
And that's how I met your mother. Frida, if the bar didn't dance, I would be sus that they were painted plates. True that. All right.
Somebody was brave enough to put painted plates on a video on the ESPNW that they knew was going to be on everywhere. Like, God bless him for that. Can you imagine?
Oh, and her face is like beet red at the top. She made it look easy, but you could tell it was not.
Oh yeah. I was having that conversation with somebody this morning that like a lot of things that people make look easy or anything but easy. Like you see people walking on their hands and like just flying down the thing, and they're like, "Oh, that looks so easy." It's not. You ever got upside down, tried to breathe while walking on your hands? It's taxing.
So my buddy and I they used to have this night before Thanksgiving competition at a local gym here. So the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, 3 workouts, just like bang, 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 waterfall style. And there was a workout where you had to do like a wall facing handstand hold while your partner did wall balls. Every time, like to breathe upside down, doing wall balls and then going upside down so your buddy can go for a while. It is nearly impossible. Now I know I'm a bigger guy and I'm holding a lot up there, but damn.
You're just holding a handstand, like after a while, and by a while, I mean like 15 to 20 seconds, your breathing gets labored. You're doing a whole lot more work than you ever expected you would do. And it's because your body was not designed to rest upside down.
And you realize that wall balls are slow.
Yeah,
there's really no way to speed them up. Because gravity only brings the ball back down so fast.
Gravity works. It's constant, as it turns out. I know that's a wild concept for most people to understand, but yeah, 100%. Having to hold a handstand while somebody else does anything, or just hold something. Like we've had some. I had one. I forget what it was for, but you had to hold pick up deadlift and just hold the bar while somebody was doing something else. That fucking sucks. That is fun for about 10 seconds. And then you're like, "Hey, bro, I'm going to need you to hurry up."
Yeah.
Need you to hurry up.
I always hated those partner workouts where you had to hold something, hang on a bar. upside down, hold a deadlift.
This is not getting any lighter.
Speaking of competitions, thoughts on French Throwdown reserving half the field for the Europeans? I'm okay with it because it's only half. The other half, anybody around the world can come. And I'm actually, I actually think it's a good strategic move to let hometown people out on the floor to compete, to bring more crowd to the event to watch their people. And the fact that they get to go up against maybe some of the better athletes in the world is pretty cool. I just don't like it when it's 100%.
Yeah, they just strictly geofenced it and said just Europeans, whatever. I probably had a bit of an issue with, but half, I like that.
Those type of partner workouts turn friends into enemies. Yeah.
Frenemies.
John George, not true. Have you seen how fast those High Rocks people do wall balls?
It's a lot easier if you don't do all the rep.
Yeah.
Go a lot faster.
Cut half the rep. It takes half the time.
Takes half the time. Don't try to understand it, Tristan.
Just take a deep breath and move on, dude.
Yeah, dude. You're not going to make sense out of it. Every single thing, every single year, something comes up that either doesn't make sense or whatever the case may be. Oh my God, Joe. Podcast. You talking about Joe Lynn?
So, you know, you're combining years. We don't know that the Open is a requirement this year. We haven't seen that part of the rule book yet. All we've seen is what semifinals are saying. We don't have CrossFit's requirement to go to the games that you have to finish anywhere in the top whatever in the Open, like it did last year. That has not been released yet.
Not official. We got what the semifinalists are telling us. We still don't have a rule book yet either, which is unsurprising. But George, you talking about Joe Linton on Jason Grove's podcast?
I don't know. I didn't watch that whole thing. I've watched enough Joe Linton in the last few weeks that I just can't anymore.
I've been watching everything that comes up in relation to the Masters just to kind of get the best look, try to figure out what it's going to look like whenever it comes time. So if I see one of them on, I'll go watch it.
Lido, Barbell Spin posted that, but yeah, fair. That's also with what the French Throwdown told me when I DM'd them. Here's the issue. The releasing of information should be a rule book first, then the locations of the semifinals second. But
I'm gonna need you to stop trying to apply logic to how any of this goes on.
We're so excited that CrossFit's telling us anything this early. We're kind of forgiving them on the order.
Yeah.
But it's created all this confusion. And that's why Holly put up that Google Doc with everything she can find so that we can sort it out the best we can at this point. But hopefully we get a rule book soon. So
wish in one hand and poop in the other one, Scott. And you tell me which one fills up first.
Generally, the rule book has come out first part of December. We're not that far away from the first part of December.
No, we are not.
And then hopefully when that comes out, we can then put all the puzzle pieces together in the Google document so you guys can have that. And then you can, with all the links to wherever you need to see the source document. So yeah. And I say we, and I have very little to do with that. I just cheer Holly on. Go, Holly.
She does fantastic. She is
amazing. I cannot express that too much or too many times. She is amazing. And I just love the fact that I don't even have to give her any information. She just keeps spitting out information.
I love the. I'm sorry I posted so much stuff.
Yeah.
That was my favorite. Hey, bro, stop apologizing to me.
You are incredible. Keep doing what you do.
Stop apologizing to me for making my channel better. Please stop doing that.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right, guys. I need to get back to work. I got to write a document. So with that, it's been fun today. Didn't get to the Hall of Fame topic that I wanted to revisit today with you.
Yeah,
so maybe we'll do that later in the week. We'll see. But with that, we'll see everybody tomorrow on lunch with the Clydesdale. Bye, guys.